So we should be very enthusiastic, very spirited in these programs. Only then you can get benefit. If you keep very dull, then what will happen? You will not get Krishna. You will go back home and you will be as it is, isn't it? So today we are discussing about a very, very powerful Acharya in our parampara, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. How many of you are there in the last session? Okay, what is the topic of last session? Srila Prabhupada? Okay, so Srila Prabhupada was the founder of ISKCON, right? You learned the whole story of Srila Prabhupada's life, right? Okay, so today we will discuss about his Guru, who made Srila Prabhupada great. Okay, so kindly fold your palms and chant these mantras after me. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Namine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So discussing about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is also called Ray of Vishnu. We will discuss why is he called Ray of Vishnu. So before that, Srila Prabhupada, our A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON, which you learnt in the last week, how such a wonderful feat he achieved. He went all over the world. At the age of, what age he went? 70 years. Right? Some of you are 17 here, no? But he went at the age of 70. Where people, they wish to retire from active life and they wish to relax on the easy chair and they depend on their children for their survival. So in this way, when people want to relax, at that time Srila Prabhupada desired to go abroad to preach Krishna consciousness. Isn't it? So Srila Prabhupada, he got this inspiration to go all over the world and preach Krishna consciousness because of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his spiritual master. Because his spiritual master was not ordinary. He was a very, very great soul, about whom we will discuss. In 1922, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati told Srila Prabhupada that you should go to America and preach in English language. Right? At that time, people used to go to America for making money. Even now, people go to America for making money. Right?
Today also people go to make money.
That's what I am telling. At that time, people are going to make money, and now also people are going to make money. Money. Sweeter than honey. Right? You ask any person, what is your plan after graduation? They say, I want to go to America. But now problems are happening there, so they say they want to go to Germany. I want to go to Europe. Isn't it? But somehow people think that anything Western is very glamorous. And they forget their own culture. Isn't it? Once one person met one devotee and said, "Hey, तुम गांव से है क्या? धोती कुर्ता पहना हुआ है, तो गांव से है क्या?" वो बोला, नहीं मैं इंजीनियर हूँ। अच्छा। वो बोला, मैं माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में काम करता हूँ। मैं फिर भी धोती कुर्ता पहनता हूँ। Because in temple, all of us wear dhoti kurta, isn't it? But now what has become, wearing jeans pant has become fashion. और jeans pant मतलब पढ़ा लिखा आदमी है। But wearing dhoti kurta मतलब गांव का आदमी है। It has become like that. Actually, we should be proud of our own culture. It's our spiritual culture, Vedic culture, isn't it? So anything Western was supposed to be very glamorous. So Srila Prabhupada was trying in India to preach the message of Bhagavad Gita, but very few people are interested, or hardly anybody is interested. So Srila Prabhupada took a challenge. I will go to America and I will make Americans into devotees, and then Indians will follow. Because Indians have the habit of imitating the West. Whatever happens in America, it happens here after 10 years. Whatever hairstyle they follow there, it starts coming here. Whatever movies they do there, it starts coming here after a decade's gap or something. Whatever the technology comes there, it comes here after some time. So people have the tendency to imitate the West. So Prabhupada said, "Okay, you have to imitate, imitate the good thing." So Prabhupada went and made them wear dhoti kurta, made them wear tilak, made them read Sanskrit and Bhagavad Gita, made them do kirtan. Indians are shy to do kirtan, मुंह नहीं खोलते हैं, उधर खुल के नाचते हैं, खुल के कीर्तन करते हैं. So when they came to India and they started doing kirtan, Indians are amazed. हाँ, अरे गोरे लोग, white people, they're chanting Hare Krishna, and we are forgetting Hare Krishna. Let us also do. So then Indians woke up. Then they started taking it more seriously. So initially when ISKCON started, all over the world there were 108 temples. In India there are only 4 temples of ISKCON. In 1977, when Prabhupada left this planet, at the time there were 108 temples all over the world, majority in America. And in India there are only 4: Mayapur, Vrindavan, Bombay, Hyderabad, and Calcutta, you can say 5. But now, after this American spiritual revolution, now India has more ISKCON temples. All over the world combined, India has more ISKCON temples, and it is growing. Now there are more than 900 temples all over the world. Right? It's growing very fast, and many people are accepting Krishna consciousness, reading Bhagavad Gita. It's becoming quite acceptable in all over the world, reading Bhagavad Gita. So we should all wake up. But there are many souls in India who are still sleeping, spiritually sleeping, materially very awake. They want to study hard, work hard, make money, but they are not taking their own culture and spirituality very seriously. So by hearing the lives of such personalities like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Srila Prabhupada, we'll understand that how important is it to take up to spiritual life. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the father of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, actually he desired that we should revive this culture of Vaishnavism, worship of Krishna, as taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years back and inaugurated the Sankirtana. He is a Yugavatara. He came here to teach people how to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Because every Yuga has got a Yuga Dharma. What is Yuga Dharma of Satya Yuga? Anybody knows what is Yuga Dharma of Satya Yuga? You are a teacher, you should not. Same as students. What is Yuga Dharma of Satya Yuga? Dhyan. What is Yuga Dharma of Treta Yuga? Doing yajnas. Right? Making big homa kundas and then pouring ghee and chanting mantras, and then Lord himself will appear in the yajna kunda and accept our offerings. And Yuga Dharma in Dwapar Yuga was temple worship. Very good, you remember now. And what is Yuga Dharma in Kali Yuga? Nama Sankirtan, that's all. Chanting of the holy names is the Yuga Dharma in Kali Yuga. So that's why Lord himself will come to spread the holy name. So Lord Chaitanya came 500 years back and propagated the holy name all over India, especially in South India. He traveled across South India and made people chant the Hare Krishna mantra. But over a period of time, after 2-3 centuries, again people became casual. They are not taking seriously this chanting of the holy name. Battery. So they are not taking seriously the chanting of the holy name. No, mic battery. Pramod. Mic battery. So they are not. People forgot the chanting of the holy names. And then what happened? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he decided to take charge. You can charge it. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he decided to take charge of preaching, and he started preaching and did great preaching. I think about him in future you will study. Have you studied about him? No? Maybe next class you will study about this. So he prayed to Lord Krishna, "Oh Lord, please send some assistance so that I can get some help." And Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a magistrate in Jagannath Puri. He was a high court judge in Jagannath Puri. He was a very learned personality. He knew multiple languages. He knew Bengali, he knew Sanskrit, he knew English, he knew Parsi. So many languages. He was expert in English also. So in the British court, he was appointed as a judge, magistrate. But he was desiring to preach the message of Lord Chaitanya. So he prayed to Lord Jagannath, "Please send me a person who can help me." And after a few months, Bhaktivinoda Thakur had a child. He got a child in Jagannath Puri, and he was born in the Rathabidi, The Jagannath Rath goes every year. You have seen that video? Rath Yatra happens. So just next to that road is the home of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. There he appeared. So in 1874, a son was born to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who later on went on to become a great sannyasi called Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So when he was just born, after a few months, there was Rath Yatra festival. And Lord Jagannath, big Jagannath was going on the Rath. Maybe you can come little ahead so they can sit on the chair or mat. So Rath was going, and the Rath stopped right in front of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's home. Right? You might have seen that sometimes Jagannath Rath doesn't reach the destination. It takes sometimes 2 days or sometimes 3 days to reach. And the rule there is that if Rath stops anywhere before sunset, then the Rath has to stay there only. Next day morning it will move after sunrise. So Rath stopped in front of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's home, and many elephants came to pull it, many pahlawans came. No matter whatever they did, it was not moving. The Rath was not moving. So the wife of Bhaktivinoda Thakur felt that there is a very good chance. So she climbed the Rath with the baby in the hand, and she put that baby in front of Lord Jagannath's lotus feet. Hota hai aisa. And once I went long back, 2013 I went to Jagannath Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. Huge crowd, more than 13 lakh people in that road. Huge crowd. And at one point of time the Rath stopped, and Panda said, "Upar aa jao." So many people start climbing on the wheels and going up on the Rath. I also went. Got a chance to tightly embrace the Lord on the Rath. So Lord Jagannath becomes very merciful. Generally he is there in the temple throughout the year, but once in a year he comes out and is in very ecstatic mood. He is in a very ecstatic mood, and he gives a lot of mercy to people. This may also go out anytime. Arrange battery. So Lord Jagannath is in a very happy mood, a very ecstatic mood. So he dropped his garland on that baby. So the baby got the blessings of Jagannath. And when Bhaktivinoda Thakur came to know this, he said, "Yes, this boy is chosen one. He will be doing the mission which is incomplete now. He will be preaching this message of Lord Chaitanya and he'll assist me. So this boy was named as Bimala Prasad. His childhood name was Bimala Prasad. In Jagannath temple, how many of you gone to Jagannath Puri? Koi gaya? Aap gaya? You Ananya also went? You stay there only, na? Nearby. So, next to Jagannath temple behind, on the right side, there is Vimala Devi. She is kind of Durga Devi only, a Devi. So, whatever prasad is offered to Jagannath is first offered to Vimala Devi and then it is distributed to devotees. Because he was praying to Lord and praying to Vimala Devi, so as her mercy, this child was gone, so his name became Bimala Prasad. And when he was couple of months old, when he was crawling, in the traditional homes they do one samskara. And they keep 4 different items. First item is books. Second item is they keep weapons. Third weapon they keep gold. And fourth thing they keep some tools like nut and bolt and screwdrivers and all. And they will leave the child and the child will choose what he likes. And according to the nature of the child which he has got from the past life, पूर्व जन्म से जो संस्कार आ रहे हैं उसके हिसाब से he will select something. If he is a brahmana, a scholar, then he will choose books. If he is a kshatriya, his nature is to fight, then he will choose weapons. And if he is money minded, vaishya, he will choose paisa. अब तो सब लोग पैसा ही choose करेंगे. And if he is none of the above, then he will choose some tools. Right? Like nowadays, engineers, they use all these tools. No? So that is the 4th category. So in this way, when this test was done, Bimala Prasad chose Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam he chose. It goes to show that he is going to become a great scholar, a learned person. And once upon a time, when he was a little boy, maybe 3 years old, at that time he was at home and his father brought him some mangoes. It was mango season and in Bengal mangoes are very famous. Right? So different varieties of mangoes he brought and gave to the child. And the child was very happy seeing the mango. Immediately he started eating it. And father said, "Stop this. Don't you know what is the etiquette? When you get anything, you should offer it to Krishna first and then take it as prasad." That's the culture in India. Anything we get new, you get a new car, first offer it to God, isn't it? पहले मंदिर में जाकर पूजा करते हैं ना. You get a bike, you offer it to the Lord. In Deepavali day, we get new clothes, we offer it to the Lord, put kumkum and then wear it as prasad. Similarly, whatever we eat also should be first offered to Krishna with tulsi and then take it as prasad. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur chastised. You should not do like this. First you should offer to Krishna and then eat. Then Bimala Prasad felt bad. Oh, I made a mistake. I got evil thoughts, bad thought that I should enjoy. Actually, we should not try to enjoy. We should try to give enjoyment to God. And when you give enjoyment to Krishna, then you can also enjoy. So that's the formula. Just like there is a tree, if you want to nourish the leaves and branches of the tree, what you should do?
Water the roots.
Water the root. Right? Another way is take some mug and put water on the leaf, water on the fruit. Will it work? But if you put water at the root, water is transmitted to every part of the tree. Similarly, who is the root of this creation? Krishna is the root of this creation. And if you please Krishna, then whole world will be pleased. Yasmin tushte jagat tushtam. When Krishna is happy, everything is happy. So our effort should be to please Krishna, not enjoy ourselves. So he said, "Oh, I'm getting evil thought. Throughout my life, I will not eat this mango again." He was a small boy, just 3-4 years old. And he is taking a vow that I will not eat this mango throughout my life. People also take vow, New Year resolution. है ना? हम डेयरी लिखेंगे, हम टाइम शेड्यूल फॉलो करेंगे, अभी न्यू ईयर आने वाला है, राइट, हम नशा पान छोड़ देंगे, आई विल स्टॉप स्मोकिंग, स्मोकर्स टेक वो, आई विल स्टॉप स्मोकिंग, एंड दे फॉलो इट फॉर वन डे, नेक्स्ट डे दिस आई कैन डू इट, isn't it? I'll stop drugs, but again people fall prey to it. But Bimal Prasad was not like that. Till the last breath, he did not eat mangoes. Even later on, when he became a famous guru and he had thousands of disciples, sometimes disciples will come with a mango and offer it to Guru as gratitude. And seeing that mango, Bimal Prasad will say, "Oh, I am a papi. I did sin long back, so I am not qualified to eat this. Please offer it to Krishna." He used to humbly say like that. So, such are the acharyas. So later on, he went on to become, I'll not get into all details of his life, otherwise it will take 4 hours or more. Right? If you want more information, you can refer to one lecture series by Amog Leela Guru. He has given a series called as Simha Guru. It's about 5 or 6 lectures, or maybe more. So Simha Guru series, where he's elaborately covered all this. But here we are covering in short his life. So in Calcutta, when his father was building a home called Bhakti Bhavan, while digging the home, he found a deity of Kurma. You know Kurma? Tortoise. Tortoise incarnation of the Lord. When Samudra Manthan was happening, at that time the Mandara mountain was falling into the water. So to give support to that mountain, Lord Kurma appeared and he supported the mountain. So he got a Kurma deity. Then he gave this to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave it to his son, Bimal Prasad. He said, "You worship Kurma. And if you have any instability in bhakti, that will be removed. He will become stable in bhakti, because Kurma is stable. Kurma is very slow in movement, but it is very stable. And it is very safe. No animal can eat it. It has good security mechanisms, isn't it? Any danger comes, it withdraws. So Kurma helps us to become stable in bhakti. So if somebody is having any trouble in bhakti, then you should pray to Kurma Deva. And there are very few Kurma temples in the world. And one of the temples of Kurma is in Andhra Pradesh. Right? What's that place? Srikakulam. So there is a place called Kurma Kshetra. That is the only temple of Kurma in India. Kurmadev temple. So then he went on worshipping, and then he, at the age of 7, he memorized entire Bhagavad Gita. He memorized everything, all 700 slokas. And he also became a speaker of Bhagavad Gita. 7-year-old boy giving lecture on Bhagavad Gita. Can you imagine? अभी तो बड़े बड़े लोग भी नहीं दे सकते. But 7-year boy is doing this. So he became so proficient in bhakti and shastras. And he had very strong memory. Sometimes he used to go to library, take books, memorize entire books. Like this, he memorized entire library. And he also invented a shorthand writing called as Bicanto. You know, press people, they use shorthand writing. They don't write word to word everything. They use shorthand, short notes, some symbols and all, by which they can write fast and they can copy the entire lecture in shorthand. So he invented such kind of writing mechanism. And at the age of I think at the age of 18, he wrote a book called Surya Siddhanta. Okay? Surya Siddhanta is a Sanskrit book on astronomy. It talks about astrological planetary positions, distances between planets. It's a very ancient book. So he translated that Surya Siddhanta book into Bengali. And seeing this work, they gave him the title Siddhanta Saraswati. At the young age, he got this title Siddhanta Saraswati. So Bimal Prasad got the title Siddhanta Saraswati Bimal Prasad, like that. So when he was still in school, at that time only he wrote this book. So and then at the age of 16, he said, let's start a club in the college. We have many clubs here in the college. Every college has many clubs. sometimes 10, 20 clubs are there in a college. So he said, let's start a club. And what is that club? Cheer Kumar Sabha. Cheer Kumar Sabha मतलब क्या है? Cheer Kumar. Kumar मतलब staying a bachelor throughout life. Means taking the vow of brahmacharya throughout life. In our Indian history, we will see many celibates. Celibacy is a very important aspect for a man. One should follow celibacy. Celibacy is called brahmacharya in Sanskrit. Brahmachari means what? Who stays bachelor throughout his life. That's called as Naishtika Brahmachari. Like you'll see many sadhus, sannyasis in India who were Naishtika Brahmacharis. Like for example, Shankaracharya and Madhvacharya here in Udupi. And we see many Mathadish in temples, they stay lifelong celibacy. So they don't get married. They are called as Naishtika Brahmacharis. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati decided, okay, let's start Cheer Sabha, who will stay lifelong celibates. And many people joined. Enthusiasm. Hum bhi Cheer Sabha, yes, we'll follow Brahmacharya throughout the life. But after some time, only one person remained. And who was he? Bimal Prasad. सब लोग चले गए. It's not so easy to follow this vow of brahmacharya throughout life. So there are called Naishtika Brahmacharis, जो जिंदगी भर ऐसे वो follow करते हैं. And there are other called Upakurvana Brahmacharis. Upakurvana means they take a vow, okay, up to the age of 25, I will stay bachelor. I will not have sex till that time. And after marriage, yes, they can have sex life. So they are called as Upakurvana. They take a vow to follow till marriage, and after marriage, they, for procreation sake, they are allowed to have sex. So that's called Upakurvana. So both are there, but Bhaktisiddhanta remained Naishtika Brahmachari throughout his life. So then, at the age of 22, he left college to avoid taking household life. So he was studying, he had the chance to get degree also. But his aim was not to get degree and become a person of pounds and shillings, as they call in British language, a rich man. He didn't want to become rich, he didn't want any material ambitions, he had no purpose of taking a degree. Because by birth, his aim was very clear. I have to preach the message of Krishna consciousness. That was the only vision he had. And he felt that if I take a degree, then many proposals will come. Marriage proposals will come and I'll get distracted. So what he decided, I'll not take degree. He dropped his degree. Similarly, our Srila Prabhupada also dropped his degree. What is the reason for dropping his degree? Anybody recollect from the past session? Which college our Srila Prabhupada was studying? Scottish Church College. Why did he refuse the degree? It's a very important point. Because at that time, it was all British education. And we wanted freedom from the British. So at that time, a movement came called boycott anything British. Boycott British clothes. Because what British people are doing, they were taking our Indian cotton, sending it to London, making it into cloth, fabric, and selling back to India with higher cost. And all this household charka and all those things were becoming, they were becoming jobless because people started getting the imported factory products. So, and all money was going to London, and our people were becoming poorer. They didn't have any business. So Gandhiji started this movement called boycott British. So at that time, Subhash Chandra Bose was also there in Indian Army. He was still a student, and he was also a student of Scottish Church College. And he was 1 year senior to Srila Prabhupada. So Subhash Chandra Bose and all they used to have these secret meetings in their rooms and make a plan for how to revolt. And one of the agenda of that revolt was, we'll boycott the certificates, degrees. So Srila Prabhupada did not go for the convocation. He rejected the degree. And then father was afraid, without degree, how will you get a job? So he didn't bother. He rejected the degree. and he got some job in a pharmaceutical company later on. So similarly, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati also rejected the degree. Although he rejected the degree, because he was so well learned and educated that Calcutta University called him, "My dear sir, you are so qualified in this subject of astronomy and astrology that I think you should become the HOD of this department in our Calcutta University." Then, but Bimala Prasad said, "But I don't have a formal degree. It doesn't matter, you are qualified. You can become the HOD of this department." He refused that also. Okay. So at that time, he started finding some opportunities for preaching. So the king of Tripura, you know Tripura, कहाँ पे आता है? Far east, far northeast corner, Tripura, Manipur, Nagaland, Assam, उस तरफ आता है. So at that time, the whole area of Tripura, Manipur was Vaishnava state, 100% Hindu state, and lot of Vaishnavism spreading there. And the king of Tripura was also Vaishnava. So he heard about Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati at that time. So he called him. He said, "You become my court teacher, and I want to learn Shastra. And you also teach to our people Shastras." So he was called and he was teaching to the king of Tripura and his people for some time. And of course, king was giving some donation, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati continued his life like that. So after some time, he came back again to Bengal, and he continued his writing and preaching service. And one time he thought, no, I should get initiation. Diksha होना चाहिए मेरा, क्योंकि बिना गुरु से दीक्षा लिए one cannot advance in bhakti. So one should take initiation. So he went to his father, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and asked, "Pidaji, I need diksha. Please tell me from whom should I take diksha? And I see that you are yourself qualified, you are a bona fide guru, you can only give me diksha." But Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, "No, there is one great sage, great devotee staying in our area. His name is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. You go and take diksha mantras from him." Okay. So he comes in the altar there, third person in the altar is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. The fourth one is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Fifth is Jagannath Das Babaji. So Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was a very exalted personality, and he was quite elderly and old, and he did not know how to read and write. From external point of view, he was an illiterate. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who himself is a great scholar, knows multiple languages, and district magistrate, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, who is also another great scholar. So Bhaktisiddhanta was told to go and take initiation from Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, and immediately agreed, because he knew that Guruji is a very great personality. He went to him and asked, "Guru Maharaj, can you please give me diksha? Without diksha, life is waste. We cannot get Krishna. Please give me diksha." And then Gaur Kishore Babaji replied, "See, I am a very, very fallen person. Out of humility, he said, I am very fallen. I am not qualified to accept any disciples. Better you go to your father, find somebody else." So then, again and again, repeatedly, Bimala Prasad was going and requesting, "Please give me diksha, please give me diksha." But he was refusing. And finally one day, Guru Maharaj said, Gaur Kishore Babaji said, "Okay, you come tomorrow. Today night I am going to talk to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and I'll ask about your case, and if he permits, I will give diksha." So Gaur Kishore Babaji was such an exalted personality, he could talk to Lord Chaitanya directly. He had direct connection to Lord Krishna. So next day morning, Bimala Prasad goes and says, "Guru Maharaj, what did Lord Chaitanya say?" "Oh, I spoke to Lord in the night, but I forgot to ask about your case. Come tomorrow." Again postponing. Finally, Bimala Prasad feels, my life is useless. Let me better jump in Ganga. He went on the bridge and he was about to jump in Ganga. At the time, Guru Maharaj calls, "Come here. I was testing your determination." Because the Guru has all right to test a disciple. Right? Nowadays people, some gurus, pseudo gurus, false gurus, they are behind followers. गुरु महाराज दीक्षा देंगे, हाँ दीक्षा देंगे, आ जाओ आ जाओ. दे स्प्रिंकल सम वाटर, दीक्षा हो गया तुम्हारा. क्या करना है गुरु जी? कुछ नहीं करना, जो कर रहा है करो. मेरा फोटो लगाओ घर में, थोड़ा फूल चढ़ाओ और हर साल आके दक्षिणा दे के जाना. नो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस. You can eat meat, you can drink alcohol, you can smoke cigarette, you can watch movies. No rules and regulations. What kind of disciple is that? But when Srila Prabhupada wanted to give Diksha, he gave very strict rules. All the initiated disciples should follow these 4 rules. No meat, fish and eggs. No intoxication, cigarettes and drinking. No gambling and no illicit sex. Right? Very clearly said. If you want to have, you can get married, but you cannot have extramarital relationships. Sex before marriage and sex outside of marriage is considered to be illicit sex. So, very strict rules we have in ISKCON. And then Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj said, I was testing you. You have passed the test. So Guru tests the disciple, and once he becomes confident that yes, he can follow, then only he gives Diksha. So Vimal Prasad took bath and came, and then Guru Maharaj gave him Diksha mantras. He gave him the Hare Krishna mantra, Gayatri mantras. Then he empowered him. So now you can preach Krishna consciousness, spread this message. Although Gaur Kishore Babaji himself was not preaching, he was constantly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. He was constantly absorbed in Krishna. But he told his disciple, you preach Krishna consciousness. And by the order of his Guru, he started. He wanted to preach, but he felt that I'm not pure. I should become purified first. खुद को शुद्ध करना है, तो कैसे करना है? One more thing, that he got the name, Diksha name, Varshabhanavi Devi Daitadas. Varshabhanavi Devi is the name of Radharani. Radharani के कृपा पात्र जो दास हैं, राधा दास, ऐसे नाम उनको मिला, वार्षभानवी देवी दयितादास. And he wanted to prepare for preaching, so Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati took a vow that I should purify my heart, and for purifying my heart, I should chant the holy names. And he took up a vow of chanting 192 rounds every day. You know how much it means? 3 lakh names of Lord every day. Right? So all of you chant how many rounds? 1. Here 192. And we chant 16 rounds. Those who are regular devotees chant 16. But he decided to chant 192 every day. For how many years? Almost 7 years. 3 lakh per day. So total of 1 billion. Shatakoti Naam. One mantra has got 16 names. Hare Krishna, like the 16 names. So if you chant 192 rounds, it becomes 3 lakhs every day. For 7 years, it becomes 1 billion. Shatakoti Naam. Generally, I chant 16 rounds, so it is about 27,000 mantras, 27,000 names. So some chant 64, which is like 1 lakh names. And 192 rounds is 3 lakh names. So it's very strictly followed. And he used to eat only once in a day. Throughout this period, he used to eat only once in a day. And that too how much? Not that full plate bhar ke. Whatever came little bit in his mouth, he used to eat. That's all. Very strict vows he used to follow. And even if it is raining, he'll take a chhatri and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And you see how he sits? Very straight and direct. Not that he's sitting like this. Very straight, strict. He'll sit like this. And one hand will be like this always. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. He chanted in Mayapur. And those who have gone to Mayapur, I think Ananya had come. We went to this Chaitanya Math. In Chaitanya Math, there's a place where he's chanted for this 192 rounds. And then his Guru Maharaj also appreciated, yes, you're doing wonderful chanting. So then, at that time there was certain debate going on in the place which is called as who is greater, Brahmanas or Vaishnavas? A debate started. People started considering at that time Vaishnavas to be less important and Brahmanas to be more important. So this debate came to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur became very old and sick, so he could not go for that debate. So he called his son, you can go and debate on my behalf. So then Bimala Prasad, he made a essay, he wrote several points and he sat with his father and said, these are the points I am going to present. He said, okay, wonderful points, you go and present. And many people were assembled there in that Midnapur area, and one by one people were presenting and saying how Brahmana is the highest, Brahmana is the highest. Born in a Brahmana caste, not out of qualification, but born in that caste, they are higher. Like that, they were debating. And the turn came of Bimala Prasad or Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and he started speaking. Initially, he started glorifying Brahmanas. And then they started appreciating, yes, hamare party mein, hamare party mein. And then after some time, he started establishing from the same Shastras how Vaishnava is like a PhD level of Brahmana. There are several Brahmanas who just for namesake they are Brahmanas, but they don't know any Shastra. They don't know any Vedas. Even if they don't know the conclusion of the Vedas. Even if they know the conclusion, they are not devotees of Lord Krishna. Ultimate conclusion is that one should become the devotee of Lord Krishna or Vishnu, and he is called as a Vaishnava. So the advanced stage of Brahmana is called a Vaishnava. And when he presented like this, all people were spellbound. They started clapping, they wanted to surrender and take the dust of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's feet. And huge crowd started approaching the stage to touch the feet of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. So at that time, police had to come and intervene, and they had to manage the crowd. And they told Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, crowd is wild. There will be a stampede here. So they brought a bucket of water and said, please put your feet in this and we will distribute Charanamrita to everyone. So then the crowd became pacified. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati went back. So then he said that no, anybody can be born in any family, but if he becomes a devotee of Lord Krishna, he is greater than a Brahmana. That's what he established. He can be qualified to become a guru. It's not that a person born in Brahmana family only becomes a guru. Anybody can become a guru provided he has got the qualification. Like anybody can become engineer, anybody can become doctor or a CA. Do you see caste while doing these degrees? Similarly, anybody can realize Krishna and he becomes qualified to be a guru. That's the point he established. And everybody was spellbound. So one day, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gets a dream. Hare Krishna. He gets a dream, and in the dream he sees that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Panchatattva, all the associates, they are doing kirtan and they are going in the streets of Navadip, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is walking. At that time, Lord Chaitanya and all the associates come and assure Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, you continue preaching. You preach, we are behind you. We are supporting you. You go on preaching. Like this, they said. And then the dream disappeared. So immediately Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati got up and said, yes, I have the blessings of Parampara, I will preach. So he decided to preach Krishna consciousness after his father and his guru disappeared. His father disappeared in 1914 and his Guru Maharaj disappeared in 1915, and he made the Samadhi of his Guru Maharaj in Mayapur, and after that he took sannyas in 1918. He accepted sannyas and he accepted the title Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. The Saraswati title came. Saraswati is the title of sannyasi. Saraswati, Swami, Goswami, Puri, Bharati. These are the titles of sannyasis. He accepted the title called Siddhanta Saraswati. So his name became Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. That's the title he got. So at the age of 44, he accepted sannyas. He was a bachelor all throughout, but at the 44 he accepted the robe, saffron robes of a sannyasi. Till then, they are in white. Right? In tradition also, those who take the vow of lifelong celibacy, they accept saffron clothes. In general, anybody can wear white. White is worn by grahasthas also, family people also, and even those who are new devotees, they also wear white. Right? But those who have taken the vow of lifelong celibacy, they take the saffron robes or take sannyas. So at the time, he accepted sannyas in front of the photo of his spiritual master. Because he felt that so many bogus gurus and sannyasis are there, nobody is qualified to give me sannyas. So he put the photo of his guru and he accepted sannyas from him. And then from there he started preaching. 1918 onwards he started preaching. Till now he was not actively preaching. So he went to the Calcutta and he registered a society called Gaudiya Math. And he started recruiting people into Gaudiya Math. And very educated, young, dynamic people are joining him. Like all of you. Very young, dynamic, enthusiastic, very learned scholars start joining because his preaching was also very powerful. And such kind of people start getting attracted. And they started joining and they started taking the mission forward. And he started sending one by one people to different states of India, cities of India. And within a short time, there were 64 Gaudiya Mathas all over India. Right? So sometimes acharyas, you don't know how they do things. Within a span of how many years? 18 years, we had 64 mathas. Srila Prabhupada also, when he was in India, he didn't even have one matha, one temple. But in the last 10 years, suddenly there was an explosion. 108 temples all over the world. Can you imagine? Such amazing preaching happened. And one of the main mission of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was to establish Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And for this purpose, he started using all kinds of means to preach. He was the first person to get car at that time. He imported a car for traveling and preaching. As before that, they used to go in bullock carts or horse carts. He got car and used to come in car to give lectures. People are amazed. Wow. And seeing that car, people will come to hear. कोई बड़ा आदमी आया सुन, and he will tell about Krishna. When he is the one, he tried to impress the British with his English language. It is said that his English language is so hi-fi that even Britishers had to keep dictionary to understand his language. There are some books in our library, you can see. His books are very difficult to read and understand. Very, very complex English he uses. His vocabulary is more than Shakespeare's vocabulary also. And he wrote many books in Sanskrit, Bengali and English. And he was the first person, for the sake of getting Britishers to help the Gaudiya Math, he made roads up to Mayapur. And he arranged the governor at the time, Viceroy at the time, to come to Mayapur. And he arranged all facilities for him. And he also wore suit to talk to that Viceroy. So he started adopting certain means which were innovative to impress people to take up spiritual life. So at one point of time, in 1922, which I began the session with this, the meeting in 1922 between Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and his spiritual master. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram. So that meeting, famous meeting happened, where he says that you should preach Krishna consciousness all over the world. So at that time, Abhay Charan or Srila Prabhupada, he says that I am married, I have wife, I have children, immediately I can't do, but in future at the right time I will surely do. He takes that in the heart. But he didn't tell only to Srila Prabhupada. This instruction not given to only one person. All his disciples were told that you should preach in English. And all of his disciples were told that you should write articles, you should print magazines, books, print and distribute. And he is the one who introduced printing press. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati at the time, in his mata, he had a printing press. And he will write articles, magazines every month, every week sometimes, and print and distribute them. Imagine at that time having, in 1920s, having a printing press of your own. And somebody commented, Swamiji, itna kya chhapenge aap? How many articles you will write? Then he replied, how many newspapers are there in Kolkata? 10 newspapers are there, no? And how much news is being printed? A lot of news is being printed in all these newspapers every day. Then he said, this material world is only 1/4 of the entire creation and 3/4 is spiritual world. If 1/4 of the creation and that too one small city in this creation has got so much of news to publish, how much news will be from spiritual world to publish? He said, every minute we can print a paper. That much content we have, he said. So, he was very, very voracious writer also in that sense. So then, at some time, he called some of his disciples and he said, all of you go to London. He called 4 of them, 4 or 3 of them, and said, you go to London and you start a center there. And he personally arranged their funds. At that time, traveling to London in aeroplane and going and staying there costs a lot. But he put money for that. From collection funds, he put money and then he sent them. And they stayed there for a couple of months and they tried to preach. But they made only one devotee in that whole preaching tour. And they returned back and they came and told Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Swamiji, काम नहीं करता है. Only in India people somewhat accept, but America, London में कोई सुनता नहीं, कोई प्रवचन के लिए आता नहीं. Somehow they were not successful in preaching Krishna consciousness. Of course, Bhaktisiddhanta was disappointed, but he had confidence. One of my disciples will surely do this one day. At the time, Abhay Charan, Prabhupada was standing nearby. He said, look, that one of my disciples will surely do this one day. And that happened. Eventually in 1965, when Srila Prabhupada went to America, Hare Krishna explosion happened all over the world. So we should have faith in the words of Guru. And it is also predicted by Lord Chaitanya. 500 years back he predicted that this Hare Krishna will go to every town and village of the world. It is going to happen, whether you believe it or not. Every town and village in the world is going to chant the holy name Hare Krishna. And it is already happening. It has happened to a certain extent. And it's surely going to happen at a much larger scale. Just wait for a few decades. You will see Hare Krishna explosion more deeper, penetrating into all the villages and towns of the world. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was a very strong preacher. So I will not go into all these details. But once Srila Prabhupada asked, please tell us about your Guru. Then he said, what can I say? He was a Vaikunta man. He was directly coming from the spiritual world, he said. So in 1936, when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was in Jagannath Puri, our Srila Prabhupada, he wrote a letter to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. How can I serve you? And that was the letter. How can I serve you? And the reply came. Same thing what was told 1922. Same thing was told. I see that you are a good speaker in English. Please present this message of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam in English language. It will do good to you as well as others. Then that was a confirmation that my Guru wants me to do this only. Preaching in the English language in the West. So he kept it in his heart from 1936 till 1965, almost 30 years. And after a lifetime of preparation, Srila Prabhupada sat on the boat, Jaladuta ship, 38-day journey to America, and 2 heart attacks on the journey. Then he reached Boston, and then What happened is history. And this year happens to be the 50th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's journey to America. Exactly 50 years back. This is 2025. 50 years back, 1965. September. This happened. September 17th was the day Srila Prabhupada landed in American shore. So we should remember this contribution of Srila Prabhupada and his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And we should also take it seriously. And the whole world, even the Westerners are taking it seriously, why not we? So every time you come here, please put tilak. We have tilak box here. Tilak डालिए. नहीं तो बहुत अच्छा नहीं दिखता है. You should put tilak. You can put, you can wear kanti mala. Those are following four regulative principles. No meat, no drinks, no alcohol, and no onion garlic also. They can wear kanti mala. And you can wear dhoti kurta also. Right? कॉलेज में नहीं, इधर तो पहन सकते हैं. You can at least wear here dhoti kurta. So every day you can come here. Not just make this program as a Saturday program. It should not become only Saturday program. You can come here every day. Not for 1 hour. You can come for 15 minutes. You can sit here. You can chant in front of the Lord. And devotee will give some prasad. You can take prasad and go. Isn't it? Just come here every evening. Every evening we have Aarti here 6:30. Right? There it was different. Now here we are upgrading our spiritual sadhanas. You can come here. You can chant. Right? And Saturday evening we have kept only for youths. If you come Sunday afternoon, 12 o'clock, you'll find all families, husbands, wives, children, everybody here. And they're practicing chanting and dancing. Then they take prasad. So you can come here. And if you wish to come in the morning, you can come. Right? I see that Basaraj comes mornings. Every day. He comes at 6:37. Yeah, he comes at 6:37. He sits, chants, takes prasad and goes to college. So you can upgrade your spiritual practice also. Don't make it like a Sunday church. Sunday program is Christian concept. Monday to Saturday we will do whatever we like. Sunday we will go and beg forgiveness. Oh Jesus, please forgive me for all the sins I have committed. We don't want to make our temples like Sunday temples or Saturday temples. It should be every day. Right? You can come here anytime, any day, and you can chant. You can spend your time here. You can read. Many books are there. We are soon going to make a library. We are still setting this up. Many things are to be set up here. So you can come here. You can take books. You can read. You can chant. You can ask questions. You can discuss. You can do service. As per your time availability, you can come. You can do service. You can cook. You can clean. You can all for Krishna. So this center is made for giving opportunity to all of you to advance in Krishna consciousness. So take advantage, and then we are here to facilitate. Right? Your spiritual life is in your hands. We are facilitators. So take advantage of this, because here you are here for a short time. I don't know how long you will be here. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Right? After some time you graduate, pass away to some other destination. And many students who have graduated, they feel grateful that they have got this chance to practice in their colleges. Today I was in NIT Suratkal and one alumni had come there. He is working in one company in Bangalore now. He said, Prabhuji, idhar jo mila na training of chanting, reading. He was staying in the center. Those who wish, you can stay here. We have 2 rooms dedicated for youth boys. You can come, you can stay, you can get up early in the morning. Right here we get up early, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, earlier than what you do in hostel. You can get up, you can chant, you can attend Aarati, you can take nice prasadam here. So all these facilities are given. So he was telling Prabhuji, ye jo mila tha na mujhe, bahar nahi milta hai. Now I am realizing the importance. When I was here, I was not able to realize the importance, but now when I am missing this, I am realizing the importance of this. He was sharing like that. So you have got this opportunity, so take this seriously and make as much advancement as possible. Okay? So I'll end here. Thank you very much. We will do some short kirtan and then we can take prasad. After kirtan, if anybody has any questions, you can ask also. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So all of you can enthusiastically chant and participate in this kirtan. I hope you have got some energy now. More energy is coming, prasadam is coming. And today is Ekadashi, right? Today is and Ekadashi day is a very special day. Anything you do on Ekadashi day gives multiple times more benefit. So enthusiastically chant the holy names and you can pray to Krishna that, oh Lord, I have forgotten you for so many lifetimes and now somehow or the other, by good fortune, I have come in front of you. Please give me shelter. Please accept me. I am a disobedient son of yours, but somehow I have come here, oh Lord. Please accept me and engage me in your service. So this is the prayer we can have. Oh Radharani, oh Krishna, please engage me in your service. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Prabhupada Jaya Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya Jaya. Jai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Shri Harinama Sankirtan ki jai, Jagannath Baladev Subramanya ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Hare Krishna.